Hey, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. Thank you for watching. Please let us know below in the comments where you are from. So today's just going to be another little book summary review. We're going to do Napoleon's Think and Grow Rich, 14 Principles to Success. This book here is a little long. I think on Audible it might be 7 or 8 hours. But this video is going to be pretty short. I'm not going to go into dead over any of it. It's just a good book to have in your library. All right, so we want to think success by default. This is one of the chapters in the book. It's just going over keeping your goal and purpose in mind and not wavering from it. Be persistent. We talk about a lot of this stuff on videos on this channel, but I thought this would be a good book because we already talk about a lot of this. The way to achieve your goal is to have all-consuming desire to achieve it, and you have to stay focused. And I'm going to do another book review on this thing called One Thing, where you stay focused on that one thing until you get it. Because I had one of my subscribers ask me if I have other social media stuff. Right now I'm focused on my YouTube channel, and that takes a lot of my time. And I don't want to be focusing on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, internet, all of these things, because if I start doing that, then my YouTube channel is going to fall down, because we only got so much time in a day. So the purpose is to stay focused on your one goal, whatever your one goal is right now that you are trying to achieve. Principle 2 is, okay, well, that's a principle 2. That's what I'm talking about. And all-consuming desire. 3 and 4 is having unwavering faith in your ability to achieve it. So, absolutely. You got to stay motivated. You can stay motivated by listening to this channel if you want. You can also, I do a lot of Joel Osteen. He helps a lot too when they're not condescending and telling us what we're doing wrong all the time. It can be a very motivational channel. But you definitely need to believe in yourself, okay? That you can have success. Now, there are going to be times when you fail, and when you fail, you know that that's not the right thing for you. I have failed a lot of times, and I just realized, that's probably not the career for me that I should be focused on, or the business, because I've tried to open a lot of businesses, and a lot of them have failed. Some of them have worked out, and I made a lot of money, but a lot of them have failed. Figure out what sort of specialized knowledge you need. So if you need to go take some classes to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve, then you need to go and get that specialized knowledge. And that happens a lot with technology, by the way. A lot of these jobs in technology and a lot of jobs, period, are requiring you to get these certifications now. Now you have to ask yourself if you want to spend 80 grand on this specialized knowledge. If you can find it cheaper, that's what you need to try and do. We don't want to spend like 80 grand if we don't have to on something, because I think that's a little bit too much. So you have to weigh the costs, the pros and cons, and ask yourself, is this worth this much amount of money? Is it worth 50 grand, 80 grand? It might be worth $2,000. Is it worth 2,000 or 10,000? Can you afford to lose 2 grand if you screw up? That might be worth a chance, taking 2 grand. 10 grand, it might be, I don't know. It's going to be a little bit more of a sting if you're not making it. Imagination. There are 2 types of imagination, synthetic and creative. It talks about this in the book. Imagination can spark both your ideas and plans for achieving them. And your creative imagination can help you generate new ideas. Some of these come from our higher power above, by the way. Okay, principle 8. Knowledge only becomes actual power. It can be used as a part of an organized plan. Basically, don't be a quitter. Sum that up real quick for you. Successful people reach decisions quickly and change them slowly, if at all. They don't get sidetracked from their plan. And that doesn't mean being the hare, okay? That means making wise decisions quickly. Calculated decisions quickly, okay? You go and you weigh the pros and cons. You don't like, I mean, if it's like a huge amount of money, and especially if it's somebody else's money, you don't want to go losing their money quickly. I never teach anybody to do anything super quickly, especially if it involves a lot of money. But anyway, that's another topic on another day. Unsuccessful people do the opposite. They put off making decisions. I don't put off making decisions. I just do things a little more slowly now and more calculated. Because, I mean, if it's $2,000, I might do it super fast. 10 grand, I might think about it more. 80 grand, maybe probably not at all. Because I think I could get it cheaper somewhere else. It depends on how much money's involved, too. They change their minds quickly, and this makes it impossible to move consistently towards a goal. I mean, that could be true. I don't know if I totally agree with this principle 9. It depends. While most people give up at first signs of difficulty, successful people persist. Now, I totally agree with that because I've done nothing but persist in my life. And it comes with an unstoppable willpower and desire. Whatever you're trying to achieve, you need to be relentless and persistent in it and keep going towards that goal. If you're forking out 10, 20 grand, you're more likely to finish it because you have put a lot of money into it, and it's going to hurt if you don't finish it, right? So that could be an indicator. Putting that much money in might help you, motivate you. If you're putting 2 grand down, and you don't succeed and it's not worth the effort, who cares, right? It's only 2 grand. So that could be an indicator. Maybe some people need to put more money in because if it hurts some more, they will stay motivated to finish it. It just depends on your personality and how you need to be motivated. If you stay motivated through pain, that might be a good thing to put 10, 20 grand down. Or even 80 grand, I don't know. But if you lose 80 grand, that's going to be pretty painful, and it's going to take a while to recoup. Unless you're like a mega star or something, and you got buku money coming in that you don't even know what's coming and going. You got so much money. Redirecting your thoughts from the physical expression of sex to creative effort. Okay, basically what he's trying to say in 11 is to be abstinence from sex, and you'll become more creative. Now, I have no comment at all on that. I don't know if I agree or not. I have no firsthand knowledge of that. I'm not in a nunnery, so I don't know. But if you have any comments on that and you can share, please do. You have the ability to plant thoughts, plans, or goals in your subconscious that aim you to transform into riches. So basically this is like the self-motivating talk, to write it down, to visualize it, to speak it into the universe, and it will happen. It's kind of like that kind of thing, your subconscious mind. And I do believe in some of that, a little bit for sure. 13 and 14, the brain and the sixth sense. Okay, yeah, we all have a sixth sense. We know our intuition, and we can perceive things with our 5 senses. So if you perceive that this is a bad deal, then you need to get up out of it. Right? Okay. Overcome fear. All right, clearing your mind of enemies or negative influences. If you got a lot of negative people in your life that aren't trying to help you stay motivated, or putting a lot of fear in your mind, trying to keep you from moving forward, then you need to get up away from them, or try and keep them out of your life as much as you possibly can. Because some people cannot get away from them. Some people live with them, so it's really difficult. But anyway, we want to try to avoid these enemies: indecision, doubt, and fear, okay? And that doesn't mean, doesn't mean taking your time. Taking your time is okay. That is not indecision. Not doing anything at all and laying in the bed smoking dope all day, that is going to be negative influences. Okay? That's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is to make a calculated decision. Calculated risk. Weigh out your pros and cons of whatever this decision, this business deal, this career plan that you've got going. Pros and cons of where you're going to be in a year, where you're going to be in 5 years, and where you're going to be in 10 years if you make this decision. If you spend this kind of money, how is this going to impact your life? And if it fails, how long is it going to take to recover that money or time or whatever you have dished out? All right, so negative opinions, thoughts, and attitudes are going to come into your mind. They're going to come from the outside or within, believe it or not. As soon as you start rising and soon as things start happening, you're going to, unfortunately, it's just the way it is. You're going to have negative people coming up to you, saying things, and it's going to put a bunch of crap in your head. And if you're strong enough, you're going to have your shield up and you're going to be prepared to tell them to get lost, F off, whatever you want to say, right? Because you're going to be strong, you're going to be mentally together, and if you keep listening to this channel, you're really going to be mentally together, and you're not going to give people power over your emotions, like I continuously tell you. All right. I thank you all for watching and sticking with me. We did pretty good on this, 11 minutes. So I will see you on the next video.